Look at all y'all, man. Everybody hanging out in the chat. What's going on, everybody? Hey, welcome back to another live stream. Today is Tuesday. We do this every Tuesday where we go live, talk about reselling and all the shenanigans that come along with it, and possibly try to help you guys learn a thing or two. So hopefully everyone's doing well. Hopefully everybody's staying motivated in the riffraff. If you guys can hear me, spam one in the chat because y'all know I'll be having some issues with this microphone. Thanks a lot, Yeti. But hopefully everybody's doing good. Let's start out. We got Jim in the building. Hello, Marcus and everyone. Hope sales have been good. Slow for me on Posh, but expected with summer here. Just got to keep listing. Knowing in a couple of months should be better. Think long term. Yes, sir. Good evening, everyone. I hope you're doing well, Marcus. Thanks, Sue. Hope you are too. Keep building your store with good quality items and know that it will pick back up. I think about all the seasons and pick stuff up accordingly if at a good price. Very good strategy. Absolutely, 100%. Especially if you're going like the Ben's model because nobody's picking up stuff like that right now. What's up, Ben? How you doing, brother? All's well. Hope all is well with you too. And don't let what's coming down the pipes with the aliens shake your faith in the Lord. He is still king. I'm not sure if you've heard anything about it or not. Man, I don't listen to all that stuff. I have not heard it though, but I um I don't listen to it, man. What's up, Chris? What's up, Hillary? How you doing? By the way, Ben, discernment is one of my spiritual gifts, is from what I've been told. So I'm not really worried about it. What up, Ed? How you doing, bro? Hey, Marcus, currently listing all my hats. 2,000 photos altogether. Dang, bro, that's a lot of hats, man. Where you gonna store all those in one single tote? That's where. What's up, Scott? How you doing, man? I made a live before it starts. This is a great day. I appreciate it. How you doing? Hope everything's going well with you. Miss Lachey, what's going on? Hey, Marcus in chat. Nothing new thrifts. What's up, man? How you doing? Appreciate you coming and hanging out. I don't know how long you're gonna be here because tech's live right now too, but definitely appreciate you being over here for any length of time. You guys can hear me. Very good. I can hear you in Kentucky. Nice. I can hear you in Missouri. Well, what part of Kentucky are you in, Chris? Uh, Sometimes drive through Kentucky on my way out of town. Road tripping drone. What's going on? How you doing? I like that photo. It's a pretty cool photo of the forest and whatnot. What's up, Jonathan? How you doing, man? Jonathan Swole, straight flexing on and low key flexing in the photo, man. We see what you doing, man. Stop it. Maria Does Life says that one, they can hear DMNC. What's going on, man? Welcome. Patreon members. What's up, Bobby? Patreon member. How you doing? Chris says had 16 items go out from Saturday through Sunday. Nice. I actually did pretty good this weekend as well, man. I had like it was 125 total because some of them were multiple quantity orders, but it was 115 orders total. So pretty good, man. I think it was my best weekend ever as far as sales go, and I had my first $1,000 day selling clothes. So pretty good weekend for me. Hi from Michigan. Already stored them. LO, I got some storage bags and have two of them filled up already. Nice. Yeah, man, just don't let them get squished or anything like that. I mean, unless they're not like hats that need to keep their form. What's up, Texas Strong? You ain't catching no replay today. Live in the building. That's what's up. I went to the bins today. 2 hours, 2 hours theirs and Savers made it for the live. That's what's up. I don't know how far away your bins is, but if it's 2 hours, 2 hours there and Savers, I got you. So you spent 2 hours at the bins and Savers. Did you find some good stuff? Is the question. I'm in Liberty, Kentucky, about an hour or so from from Lexington. Nice. Evening from across the pond. What's up, Lee? How you doing? We won't ask how fast y'all were driving. Yeah, he was speeding. 120 item stores sold 12 weekend. Yeah, that's good. 120 items with 12 sold. Pretty good, man. Congratulations. What's up, Joe? How you doing, man? Had a good weekend in sales too. Why doesn't everybody just tell me how many items they had go out over the weekend? That'd be pretty good to know. Um, the doggo, what's up? How you doing? Be sure to hit the thumbs up, everyone. Hillary says you got to listen to Hillary. She's the best mod around. I don't get many of the ones that have the hard front. I like to get the athletic ones, so still keeps their shape. Gotcha. Um, yeah, and a 2 hour drive. Okay. So you're kind of in my boat with the driving the 2 hours to the bins. But I mean, at the end of the day, man, in my opinion, it's worth the drive, especially if you know what you're looking for and getting your brand knowledge up. Because you can find a lot of stuff that people sleep on, man, and really maximize your trips there. Uh, not all of it's going to be like some expensive bangers, but if you're like loading up on bread and butter items that can get you like $20, man, that's pretty good. Um, I do have a Rolex hat that is real and worth between 100 to 120, so I'm happy about that. Yeah, absolutely. Did you get all these hats at one time, Ed, or did you just like collect them over several sourcing trips? 5 IKEA bags. Let's go. That's what's up. It's a decent amount. So that means you got about 140, 130 to 160 items with 5 IKEA bags. Rat Dog says, "What's up, family? What's going on, man?" Jay, how you doing? How's the move? I'm fully in. I'm fully moved to the storage. It took about 5 days to get it all moved, which I could have got it done in one. Uh, but I don't have a U-Haul truck to move everything in. What's up, man? Hey, congrats on the new place. Is it set up and working out of there already? Yep, I'm working out of there already. It's not 100% set up, but for the most part, it's how it's going to be. Um, and I'm liking it. It's got AC in there, man. It's cool. It feels good. Um, it's got its own bathroom. You guys don't even know how much of a like how much that is because I would have to like leave to go to the bathroom if I had to use the bathroom and drive to a gas station and turn around and come back and that place is worth its weight in gold just for a bathroom. Major Hustle says vacation hurt my sales bad. Been grinding hard since I got back. Yeah, man, that's tough. I wish I would have known how to help you get your time extended because Sue was also having the same problem and she couldn't extend her handling time. It's not like she didn't know how to or I wasn't able to teach her how to do it. The option just literally was not there for it to happen. So, you guys ever had one of these? Sour warheads? Yeah, I'm getting ready to smash him. Yeah, man, just keep listening though, and your sales will come back. 6 sales for 200 items store this weekend. That's not horrible. You definitely want it to be a little bit higher. I guess 200 items, 6 sales. That's 2 a day. So actually, you're doing right. You're doing as you should. So never mind. I take that back. I do mostly hard goods though. Oh, so I'm way off then. Just found Bruce Arians hat for $2. I don't even know who that is. Is that like a football player or somebody? I got a good amount on one day, and then I got the rest from different weekends. Since I finished with my shoes, I took advantage of the 3-day weekend and took pics of all the hats. Nice. How close is the new place to your home? Like 2 minutes away. It's so much closer. It's literally right around the corner. Yeah, definitely a score with the toilet. I think it was one of the selling points. Forgot to congratulate you on your new. It's all good, man. Thank you. I love the candies. Yeah, man. I got them from my mom. I don't know what she was thinking. Hey, Christina, how you doing? Hi, Marcus. Hi, resellers. Welcome to the chat. I have a bathroom right across the hall in my eBay room at my house. Ain't nobody trying to hear that, man. I got a bathroom in my eBay listing room. If that's the case, Marcus is going to end up with a blue tongue. Yeah, that's definitely what happens. I went to brush my teeth the other night before going to bed, and I had a blue tongue. Up and coming. Up and coming. What? Oh yeah, it's there already, man. And I don't think I showed you guys, but maybe I can put it on the screen. Let me see. Let me find the picture real quick before. Make sure I still have it. But the place fully loaded with all the inventory in it from all the storage units. It doesn't even take up a fraction of the place, man. It's ridiculous how much space there is in there. I'll put it in the trash can. I gotta find it in the trash. Hang on, guys. I'm gonna show you guys what I'm working with. Why do I have so many tabs open? This makes no sense. Okay. Now it's finding it. Oh, great. I want to say I got 7 shelves in there, and it's fully, all the shelves, well, not all the shelves are built, but I still need to put another shelf in there because I got some boxes on the floor, but it only takes up not even like a row and a half. If I could find the picture. There we go. No, that's just one row. I guess I could share this though. All right, let's see. All right. So this is one row, but like over here where my mouse is another row that comes down to about halfway, and that's all the inventory is on 7 shelves, I think. This shelf is over here now, so you guys will see it in the next video. But yeah, a lot of space. Let's see. Hi, Marcus. Has been following your channel for a minute. Just saying, hey, what's up? Appreciate it. Bruce Arians was the coach for the Buccaneers for Tom Brady's Super Bowl. Oh, okay. My candy consists of 0 bars and Skittles. Nice. I usually don't eat candy. What's up, Sido? 0 for not posting last week. That's what happens. You got to stay consistent. Throwback candy. Yep. Tapped in. Righteous Monkey. What's up, Daniel? How you doing, bro? So you did touch on this in the last video, but I need more details. Can you break it down when you buy inventory, how you log at the end of the year, how you know what to report? Okay, hang on. Let me share my spreadsheet. And so when I go to the bins, I buy everything, right? I keep the receipts. These are two bins receipts, and I'll bring them back and put them in the spreadsheet. This is the running cost of goods for the whole store for the whole year. So if you see right here, this day I bought 150 items for $212. It automatically averages out the buy cost, right? So $1.41 for that trip individually. January 2nd or January 4th, this is the second trip in the same day. I got 161 items that trip, $210 spent. And then I just do that every time I go sourcing. And each individual session has its own buy cost, right? $1.41, $1.31, $1.33 for all the items bought on individual trips. But then it averages it for each individual trip and each item spent. I bought 6,906 items so far for the year. And so far for the year, I spent $10,209 on inventory, which gives me a total average buy cost of $1.48 for the whole year. So it's like I just went on one gigantic sourcing trip. I bought 6,906 items and I spent $10,209 on that sourcing trip for a total buy cost of $1.48. Hopefully that makes sense. So it's super simple. I don't have to do line by line accounting. I don't have to do any of that difficult stuff where I got to find out all the fees and stuff for one individual cell. It just does everything on its own in that spreadsheet. And there's a link for that spreadsheet in the description if you guys want to use it. I'll get a little tiny kickback, help your boy out. I'm trying eBay promote it at 15. Wow, that's kind of high. And really, I'm not seeing any difference. 800 item store, 4 to 9 sales a day. Just confusing doing titles per eBay recommended recommendations. See, I don't do titles the way eBay recommends that you do them. I do brand, item, gender, size, color, keywords, because that's how most people search for it anyway. 15% is a little bit high. I think that's excessive. I don't know what type of items you're selling, but 15% is that's pretty high. 800. So you want to be about eight sales a day. So really, you're right in range. 4 to 9, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. So you just got to stay focused and not let the days that you hit 4 sales bother you. You're gonna come into them. I sell 35 to 45 items a day. Guess how many items I got going out right now? I got if my computer would freaking load, I got 17 items going out right now. That's not where I'm supposed to be at. I'm definitely not supposed to be there. I'm supposed to be higher than that. Supposed to be right now. I'm supposed to be at like 27 items going out for the day. But you know what? I can't. I can't let it distract me. I can't let it get me to where I won't list because of it. You know what I'm saying? What do you think? What do you think about the new policy for shipping? Can I change it? You can't change any of their policies. You can opt out of it. Um, but whatever their policies are, man, that's what they are. New space is looking amazing. Glad you have room to grow. You're going to need it at this pace. Yeah, definitely. It's amazing. So much room. There's so much room for activities. Signal Fixer says, "Hey, Marcus, I wanted to tell you that I got an eBay store after being on eBay for 15 years. Sales are sucking though. So getting a store does not automatically mean that you're going to make sales. Um, they say that they give you like a slight boost in traffic, but I can't really see how big of a boost that would be. Getting a store is not going to guarantee that you'll make sales, but it does allow you to use the marketing tab to use coupons and uh, run markdowns, things like that. That's what having a store is good for. So that way you can like offer discounts to the buyer. Every tool that they give you to make more sales is some type of discount to the buyer, which puts more money in eBay's pockets for doing absolutely nothing different. Macy says, "Hey Marcus, I recently changed to 30-day free returns. When someone wants to return an item, does the amount get deducted from my funds for the label? Also, do I refund original shipping?" So yeah, if say you got a return open and you have free returns, eBay is automatically going to deduct the money. Well, sometimes they don't even deduct the money, but eBay is automatically going to generate the buyer label. Sometimes it comes out of your payout. Sometimes they never even charge you for it. Um, but the buyer gets a label, and then if it's for a buyer's remorse return, like doesn't fit, change mind, didn't like, something like that, ordered by mistake, you do not refund the original shipping. If it's a INAD, arrived damaged, missing parts or pieces, doesn't match description or photos, or something like that, then yeah, you're gonna refund the original shipping, and you're still gonna pay for the return. Here's the link for the spreadsheet. Do you have a CPA or you just use the spreadsheet? Get this, bro. Double whammy. The creator of the spreadsheet is my CPA. Ha! And she's a reseller. How about that? So who better to have a CPA that is a reseller that knows all the deductions that I can get and then do my taxes for me? She's the bee's knees. I only run at a minimum 2%. That's good enough. You can still make a lot of sales with 2% minimum. What's up, Nita? How you doing? For the longest time, I was only running it. What was it? 1% that it used to be, and I'd still get fairly decent promoted listing sales. So you don't need to pay a lot of money. Yep, the accountant that makes the spreadsheet is also marked as CPA. It does. What the heck is that? It does. Thank you. I also wanted to ask you. I also wanted to ask at the end of the year, how do you know what inventory is left in the shop, not sold, and what items are sold? I don't. She didn't ask me anything about it, so I didn't tell her anything about it. But I wouldn't think that it would be a matter of which individual items based is or more is how many items there are. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what it is; it matters how many units are left at $1.48. Um, so I think that would be how it goes. I think Taxman asked what remaining inventory is outstanding. I don't know. Possibly my accountant didn't ask me nothing about what I had left over. Hey, Yolanda, how you doing? I think it depends on the way you do it. There's cash accrual and then there's cash accounting, and one of those does demand to know what you got left over. But I do. I don't know which one that I do is called because I'm not a CPA, but I account for my items as soon as I buy them, so I don't need to worry about what's left over. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Since I'm not doing the other method, since I'm accounting for my items as soon as I buy them, I don't have to. I don't have to then turn around and say what's left. Hillary is right. That is what the lives are for. Next time I go to the Benz and Hudson, oh, Hillary can go take a selfie pic and send it to you. Uh, let's see. If a buyer doesn't pay after 4 days, do I just cancel and relist, or do I need to contact eBay first? So you can cancel and relist. Sometimes they're going to prompt you and says cancel and relist. I don't know if you're looking on the app or on the phone or on the computer, but on the computer, the button that says send invoice will say cancel and relist with a question mark. Either you can press that or you can go into the order details, and you can cancel the order, and then it'll give you the option to cancel the order because the buyer hasn't paid. And that's the option that I use. I just go in there and I cancel the order because the buyer hasn't paid. And so you can do that after the fourth day. But for me, I don't know. I don't know if it's still doing that since it started glitching on me. Every day when I wake up, I send invoices to the buyers that haven't paid yet. But when I was doing that, it was prolonging the 4 day period. It would start over every time I sent a new invoice, the time would start over. So I've just been messaging the buyer directly and saying, "Hey, if you're not going to pay for your item, can you cancel? It'd be greatly appreciated." And so most of the time they've been paying after that, but there have been some times where they're like, "I can't cancel the order. I don't know how to, or it's not letting me." And then I'll go in and I'll cancel it for them. I'm going to be sure to use that link so you get a little kickback. Appreciate it. When I get an INAD, I never return original shipping. I don't know if that's only available if you're top rated and offers returns, but yeah, even with INADs, I'm not forced to return. Yeah, you're not forced to, but you're supposed to. And I'm 100% certain you're hurting your account doing that. That's really bad customer service. Um, I don't know where the verbiage is though, so I can't really say if you're supposed to like 100% do it, but you're only supposed to withhold the shipping if if they're like not really on the level. Like if they're abusing the return process. From what I gather, like you're not supposed to do that. Um, but to each their own. You can do what you want to do, but I don't think you're supposed to do that. I would not recommend doing that. And if I were you, I would stop doing that immediately and see if your business doesn't change on eBay. Thanks for your help. Have a great rest of your life. Going to finish the replay in the AM when doing my photos. Hey, have a good dinner, bro. Appreciate it. Jocasta, ¿qué pasa? Let's see. I believe that's the cash accounting method, Marcus. Much simpler, in my opinion. Which one? The one where you don't count your items right away? I don't know. This is the only way I know. I know it's much easier than me doing a cost of goods every time I go to the store, counting how many items and all that other jazz. So this spreadsheet just works for me. This is just what I do. I'm not saying anyone has to do it the way I do. If whatever's the easiest for you, whatever's the most simplest for you, that's what you need to do. eBay seems to be real, real Jersey with the defects policies. I don't know what that means. Is that like some slang? Hey Marcus, I recently got viral for Vineyard Vine stock photo. Does this affect my eBay store, i.e. traffic? So yes, it does. Don't use stock photos for anywhere. Don't use stock photos. You get 3 of those and they're going to suspend your account. And if you get one, yes, they will kind of like shadow ban you, but you'll still be able to make sales. But it's definitely not something you want to keep playing with. So if you got one, go through your whole store, take down any stock photos, and put up real photos. Um, the total in your store on January 1st plus your unlisted pile is your rolling inventory. Take incoming minus sales and inventory to get your year end damaged goods, year end deduction. I don't know anything about that spark plug vintage. Um, as I said, I just provided the information. This is the easiest way to do it. I provide the information my accountant asked for, what's on the spreadsheet. It doesn't say anything about the end of the year, but I don't know. Like I said, she's a reseller and a CPA, so I'm gonna keep listening to her because I definitely know nothing about taxes. Hey Marcus, what's your opinion on the 8 to 30 model that Tech talks about? To me, finding those items consistently every day is really tough. I think it's a great model. I think it's definitely what someone needs to do if they're small or if they live in a rural area. You can look on eBay and find items that have that same type of, it's not necessarily 8 into 20. It could be 20 into whatever the profit range is to still net you $20 profit. That's what the 8 into 20 model is, selling items that only sell for $20 or more. So say if you get in a pinch, you got these items that, 35, $45 items, but then someone sends you an offer for 30 and $35, you can still be profitable on that sale, right? So it's essentially the same thing as going to the bins, buying an item for $1 that sells for $25, because you're still going to make you a decent amount of income when it's all said and done. Um, as far as finding the items consistently, it's really tough depending on your listing goal. 30 a day is going to require a lot of driving. Um, if you don't have a lot of options in your neighborhood, you're going to have to consider traveling. So for me, I live in a town that has like 5 thrift stores within 30 miles from here. You know what I mean? Like, it's not very many options. And then when I do go into the store looking for items that only go for $30 or more, not finding very many of them. Um, so you can do it. You're not going to have a high listing goal, but like the point to do the 30 a day model is to list 13 a day at 30, $30, 8 into 30, and that'll make you $99,000 gross at the end of the year. And that's the way to make $99,000. You can do that. You know what I mean? I don't just want to make $99,000 though. So while it's a very, very great business model, there's nothing wrong with it. A lot of people should be doing that, and only that. It just depends, man. You got to be willing to put in the work. You got to put in the drive time. You got to flip through thousands and thousands of pieces in the thrift to be able to find them. What is this in my beard, man? Cash accounting is what you are using. I'm an accountant. Hi, Miss Elizabeth. Thank you. Cool. Thanks. So on a side note, I got a Vero last night. Dang, everybody got a Vero. I was flipping out. I called eBay. They explained, I watched you and I was told to look up the company and see if they're in the program. Uh, is that it? So, okay. So I looked up the company, wasn't on the list. I got lucky. So the Vero shouldn't be valid. So I called eBay, RESELLER, and they're going to get back to me in 72 hours. They should remove it. What was the Vero for? Tell me that so we can spread this knowledge. So that way everyone stays away from this item. And one isn't gonna mess you guys up. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it sucks to get it. You don't want to get it, and it's like definitely a warning sign to like pump your brakes and make sure what you're listing is on the level. But one isn't going to like throw you all into a whack. You know what I mean? It might make your traffic slower for a day or two or something, a couple days maybe, but you'll still be fine. I would just be cautious of the things I list. I was just trying to say eBay had a low threshold for their defects policy. 2% is just crazy. Yeah, I understand, and I agree. eBay's got some of the most strict guidelines and like listing habits and policies and things, and every other platform is much simpler, right? but all the other platforms don't perform the same way that eBay does. So I just stick it out with eBay. It's got more buyers than anybody, so that's where I need to be at. What what's the benefits of being regular, top rated status, or top rated plus seller? So regular, you don't want to be regular. Regular means you're below average or average. That's not good. That's okay for somebody just starting. But top rated means that you consistently provide quality service and experience for a buyer on eBay. Top rated plus means that you go above and beyond to provide a better quality experience for the buyer. So that means that you're shipping items out uh, same day or next day handling time, 1 day handling time, and you go above and beyond and accept returns for free. So you can be a top rated, have 3 day handling time, and not offer free returns and still be top rated. But if you want to provide the most premium, best quality, experience for the buyers that you can, you want to do the top rated requirements. Then on top rated plus, you get an additional 10% discount on final value fees. The free returns protects you from negative feedback in most cases. Um, you do have to get the buyer to open the return though, because I have a negative defect. I have a negative feedback right now. I'm in the middle of trying to get removed, but the guy is ghosting me. I knew he would. It's the guy from the last live when he was calling me a scammer. What's up, Jamila? When you're just starting in the clothing game, how much would you list a week? When I just started in the clothing game, I was listing 10 a day, so 70 a week. My business model is doubling my money, and I'm okay with that. It's a harder model, got to do volume, but I like the challenge of listing more and building it like a house. Some may disagree with it. I'm doing the volume game too, bro. We're in the same boat. Norma Jean, +1. What's going on? Welcome to the live stream. I think you just answered my question. Okay. Um, I'm sure when I attended eBay seller check-in, they actually said that returning the original shipping is optional and not required. I don't think it negatively affects your account. You might be right. I don't attend those things because they got people in there that sell 2 items trying to talk like they know stuff about eBay. Um, it's not required, or else there wouldn't be an option to toggle on and off when it came to refunding the full shipping price. So it's definitely not required, but I don't know. I think you might be the only person I've ever heard say that they're not returning the original shipping on an INAD. I try to mix it up. I look for those 8 to 30 items in the thrift, and when I go to the bins, I just look for items that will sell through fast, even if it's small profit. That's a decent way to do it. Um, Supplement the lower dollar stuff for high fast sell through. Don't use the term everyday bag. Yep, you said that last live. It's crazy, man. It's crazy, dude. It's like such a common phrase. Like, how do you veer a common phrase like everyday backpack? Under the cash method, you generally report income in the tax year you receive it and deduct expenses in the tax year in which you pay the expenses. Um, as I said, guys, I don't know anything about taxes. I just pay what my accountant tells me to pay. So let's see. Uh, Sorry, guys. Just got distracted. I meant to say YouTube, and it was a car part, Nissan, in the company, and the company wasn't on the list. So I'm waiting for them to get back to me, but I should win this hands down. That's I don't know very much about car parts, but I do know there's a lot of money in car parts, but that is tough. Okay. Top rated seller. Dang it, man. I wish I could view this. Um Miss Lashake, you want to summarize what you're sharing? So because I can't click on the link. Nice. Accrual method is where you track your inventory, what's left over. Yeah, so that's not what I'm doing. I'm doing cash, just like the other people have already said. When you say in videos, this sold for 10, does that mean with ship? I never do free shipping. Never do free shipping on anything. When you say this sold for 10, does that mean with shipping or not? Or is that after fees or something? Yeah, I charge shipping on everything. The last couple of times I got an INAD return, I didn't have the option to give a partial refund. Only Fool called eBay and they said I had to be top rated plus to be allowed to give partial refunds. So Ed, are you top rated plus? He says, "Oh, I thought it was a common thing for people not to return the original shipping. That's why I regularly see in groups that a lot of people don't return shipping." Yeah, but those groups are people, and I don't mean this in a disrespectful way, but those groups are people like you. So you guys are going to flock to people that do the same things, right? So like me, I'm gonna gravitate towards people that offer free shipping and are top rated plus. I rock with that. That's what I do. But if I didn't, I'd be like, "What free returns? That's stupid. I'm not doing that." You know what I mean? So like, you find your tribe. You know what I'm saying? Like when people say, "Oh, sales are slow," then you got everybody over here on this platform saying, "Yeah, sales are slow," but then you got all those other people over here making a boatload of sales and they're not even saying anything. You know what I mean? So like the loudest one in the room is the one getting the attention. So if everyone's saying it's slow, then that's what everybody thinks. I would like a top rated seller status, but I don't pay for a store, so I'm unable to achieve this. Huh. I think it's worth the $5 or whatever it is. Yeah, you can get top rated without a store subscription. I don't know about top rated plus. I think I was top rated without. Yeah, I was top rated without a store. Just sold some dope Taco Bell employee shirts. Thank you, sir. I just sold some too. Hey, let's go. What's up, Jared? How you doing? My guy, I haven't seen you in the morning calls in all week. Well, the week just started, but since last week either. Jared been killing the game, man. Sourcing game strong with this one. He went from picking up Morona and No Boundaries Walmart stuff to picking up Cool and Patagonia. I'm talking about dude changed his game all the way around the board. Kudos to my guy Jared. I just like Marcus the idea of listing different brands and offering folks a variety for different budgets. I pick up bigger brands if I find them. Absolutely. I think for one to go out and pick up items that don't sell for good money is ridiculous. Oh, this sells for $100. I'm going to leave it behind because it doesn't fit my business model. Like, no, I'm going to grab that. You know what I mean? And then I'm going to buy as many items that I've sold before that sell fast, and I'm going to keep selling those too. King Servant says, I return original shipping on everything. That is my fault. If I put the measurements in and the buyer says it doesn't fit or they don't like the item, I don't return. Yeah, you're not required to with that. That's a buyer's remorse return. Yeah, I was just giving the method you use. Okay, yeah, I appreciate it, Jay. Like I said, man, I don't know any of this stuff, man. What's up, Jeff? Long time no speak, bro. When I get return requests, eBay does tell me that I don't have to return them, but I do anyway. Yeah, but what type of return request is it though? Is it an INAT or is it buyer's remorse? If it's a buyer's remorse, you don't have to. I was just giving the method you use. Ritz, what's going on? How you doing? Appreciate you coming in. Hey Marcus, do you use a steamer for wrinkles? I'm OCD about wrinkles and I'm thinking of getting one to improve photos. Thanks. No, have you guys seen my photos? Super janky. Horrible photos. I don't iron nothing. I lay items flat. Let me take this off the screen. This thing, those are clothes laid flat. I just stack them up on top of each other. When they get washed, I pay my mom to do all the laundry for the business. She folds all the clothing. She stacks them inside bags, and the weight of the clothes knocks the wrinkles out. She takes them straight out the dryer as soon as they're dried and folds them. So there's usually no wrinkles. Things that get wrinkled are like linen linen blend and stuff like that. But for the most part, it's pretty much not wrinkled. Um, I don't have time to be trying to iron stuff and get wrinkles out of things, so I just sell as is. Girls are as bad. as Taco John's having trademark term Taco Tuesday. Now LeBron and Taco Bell are trying to go after it. That's crazy. I just ate Taco John's the other day. Well, I tried to actually. I went there and they're freaking closed. Oh, they only were taking cash. Who carries cash? Am I the only one that doesn't carry cash? I don't carry no money. No, you try to rob me, you're beat. You ain't getting nothing. I've been robbed before several times, so I just don't carry cash. I used to rob people all the time. I don't carry cash. It's not the way to do it. Don't carry cash, people. Yeah, it was a $175 part. If I win the removal, I should be able to relist it. I don't know if I should. So I wouldn't be. Look, man, you're strong and bold if you decide to list the same thing that you got zeroed for, even if it's not on the list. You hit me with it once, I'm not doing it again. It's too much information. It's an easy Google and the eBay information come up nicely laid out. I was just trying to say because I can't click on your link in this. Actually, I guess I could probably let me open up a second window and go to the chat and then pull it up. Let me scroll back. Okay. Hmm. I can't remember what we were talking about. We were talking about returning, right? Returning the. So it says right here, returning shipping label credits for false item not as described claims. If a buyer falsely claims an item was not as described, will protect you on eligible transactions. Will reimburse your return shipping label costs up to $6 per return. You'll receive the return label credit on your monthly invoice and will automatically remove any negative and neutral feedback, defects, and open cases and service metrics. Up to 50% refund deduction for decreased value on used or damaged returns. When you issue a refund for an item that was returned after it was used or damaged by a buyer, and you have track record of delivering on your service promise, we'll give you the ability to protect yourself by deducting 50% of the refund to recover the decreased value of the item. If there are any issues with the buyers that may negatively impact you, we'll take care of them by removing any negative or neutral feedback, blah, 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 blah. And so it doesn't say anything about not having to refund the the original shipping. It just says that if they're in the wrong, they give you the option to not do that. It doesn't say that you can or can't if you feel like it. So I don't know, man. I really Imma keep on refunding the shipping because I feel like that's what we're supposed to do. I'm not top rated plus, I'm just regular top rated. I hate this microphone. Let me get some ones if I sound normal again. If not, I'll unplug the microphone and we'll rock that way. Your microphone. Stupid microphone. Matter of fact, let me just unplug it. Okay. Can you guys hear me? Do you pay IRS on a weekly basis or quarterly? Quarterly. I pay them weekly if I have enough money left over to do, a bunch of like a little nice chunk to pay them. You mentioned in another video that you don't enter items purchased line by line in the spreadsheet, but instead by total spent divided by items purchased. Can you explain more? Recording items sucks. So are you talking about my buy costs or like how I track the money going in versus the money out? Um, so I went over this earlier at the beginning of the live stream. When I buy my items, um, let me share the screen again. when I buy my items, I put them in this spreadsheet right here. So on this trip, I bought 150 items from the Goodwill. I spent $212 for a buy cost of $1.41. Same day I went back, I bought 161 items for $210. I put the buy cost in here at $1.31. So every day that I go, I don't put what the items are. I put how many items I bought, and then I put how much I spent, and then the formula automatically divides it. So if you look up here at the top, right here, 6,906 items. This is the amount of items I bought this year to sell on eBay, and I spent $10,000, and the buy cost is a dollar 48. Because I divide the 10,209 by 6,906 items. That gives me a $1.48 per item for the whole year. It's like one. It's like instead of going shopping all these days, the year is one gigantic day, and this one gigantic buy amount, amount of items versus one gigantic spend on just one day. So that's essentially what it is. Um, if you have other questions and I didn't answer it the right way, please let me know so I can answer your question. Jared been going to Karen share. Yeah, I know. They've been paying. They've been paying. Or not paying, but it's been paying for you to go there. I always return original ship for INAD. If it's buyer's remorse, then I don't return shipping. My thought is not going to punish buyer for something my fault. Exactly. That's what I feel. I feel it's the right thing to do. Should I open a separate checking account or a business account, or it doesn't matter? It depends. Are you making like significant money at this right now? I still use the same bank account, man. I'm a sole prop. I don't have a separate business bank account. I probably should at the level I'm at, but I don't. I used to. I don't anymore. Um, I got everything going to one bank account. Now, if I was to do like a LLC, which I'm going to do that by the end of the year, I'm gonna get a separate bank account once I get an LLC. Because now that I would be an LLC, there's like limited liability protection over the business's assets. So I don't want to commingle the funds with anything. And if you commingle business funds with personal items, now whatever items you have personally can be sued for as well. But as right now, just as a dude selling stuff on eBay, I don't think it doesn't necessarily matter. But get a CPA. I'm not a tax professional. Just because I do it doesn't make it right. You can get top rated without a store. Yeah, we've confirmed this already. Sell a certain amount of items, give great customer service, and offer 30-day free returns. You don't have to do free returns to be top rated. I don't even list clothes that much, but the concept is the same. Stay consistent no matter what you sell. Absolutely. I have a large money pile that I need to take photos of. How do you get motivated to hit your daily listing goals? How do you set your goal? Okay, good. So this is right along the lines of what this whole thing was supposed to even be about. So there's people that let their sales dictate whether they work or not. There's people that let their mood dictate whether they work or not. And that's not going to work on eBay. It'll work as a part-time, not even part-time, because I even feel like part-time deserves the respect that it gets, or that it should get. So like if your goal is to sell a lot of items on eBay, or at least have daily sales on eBay, I think you should list every single day on eBay. if you if you're a weekend warrior, no shade, nothing wrong with that. But you will not sell something every day if you're not listing every day on eBay. And the only way you can do that is if you have like a decent amount of items for sale and they're really good items. Um, and there's outliers to this. You can have a store my size, right? And not list for 3 days and have sales all 3 of those days, but it will not continue like that. You can't just set it and forget it and not pay any attention to your eBay store. So with that being said, while you can go a day or two here and there without missing or without listing and not miss a day of making sales, it's not ideal. It's not good for the longevity of making sales every day. Because if eBay doesn't feel that you're going to pay them attention, it's not going to give you any attention. It's like a relationship, man. You got to give and take. If you don't tell your wife you love her, she's going to stop thinking you love her. You know what I mean? If you don't cut the grass, the city's going to come and be like, yo, you need to get on top of your game, bro. We're going to charge you a fee. You know what I mean? Like, you got to, there's stuff you have to do. So, in order to make daily sales, you got to be putting up quality items at a market price or lower, in demand, and you got to be listing it with a good quality title, proper title structure, proper listing, and then you got to be doing that every single day. Ideally, you want to do the same amount of items every day so you can get the same amount of traffic every day. You get a certain amount of traffic, listing impressions, and um, listing impressions and page views. You get those based off the amount of activity you do. And if that activity is 2 today and 20 tomorrow and then none for 3 days and then 5, they're not going to know what to do with that. But if you're putting up 50 items a day, which is what I do, you're listing 50 items a day, they're going to know what to do with 50 items a day. They're going to know the metrics. They're going to know what my patterns are of the type of offers I accept. They're going to match me like a dating app. Swipe left, Marcus accepts offers. All right, we're going to send this guy that always sends offers to Marcus. All right, so then they even get as deep into the percentage of offers you accept. So they recommend to a buyer, this buyer accepts 30% off offers. You got a good chance of getting a sale if you do that. So eBay's algorithm knows everything. So when you get to the point of you're not making any sales, there's a couple of things going on. Either you're inconsistent, you're not accepting offers when you get the option, or you're overpricing your items, which is almost always the case. It's usually the price before it's the consistency. Then comes consistency, because you can list items every day that are overpriced and still not sell something every day. So first and foremost, you want to be priced at the market. Don't be doing that slick stuff where you price an item $25 over the market and then put on a fake sale to get it down to the market and think the buyer's going to fall for that. They're not. They see all the listings around that listing have a way lower price than you do, and they're not going to buy yours. You know what I mean? People are cheap nowadays and they're broke, so they're looking for the best deal. So um, in the days where you don't have sales, you got to stick with it. Everyone has a death pile except for me. So none of you guys have the problem of not having items to list. So list the items that you have. If you got to dial it back, instead of doing 5 a day, do 3. You know what I mean? As long as you stay regular and stay consistent, your sales will pick up. There's no way you have a store that's growing listings every day and you're not going to start selling items every day. At the beginning of the year, I went up to 50. No, the beginning of the year, I went up to 40 listings a day. I was doing 33 January, December 31st. I was doing 33 items a day. I went up to 40 at the beginning of the year. I wasn't selling 40 a day yet. I was doing like 25 to 30. And then as I just kept listing 40 a day, it started to recognize this dude's going to continue to do this. So we might as well start giving them the sales. So now I'm selling 35 to 45 listings a day or items a day. And I went up to 50 May. May, I think, was the first month I went up to 50. So I was doing 40 all month long. So technically I had reached reseller nirvana. I was listing what I was selling the amount that I was listing, right? Over, you know what I mean? But now I've raised it again to 50, and I'm just going to marinate at 50 for a little while and try to get to the goal was to get to 50 sales a day by the end of the year. And I think that I can do that if I just stay consistent for the next 6 months. I should be doing 50 sales. It's just 5 more sales a day. That's all I need before I reach my goal. So in order to have a goal, in order to reach a goal, you got to have a goal. So for me, that's my goal. I want to reach 50 sales a day by the end of the year. I want to reach another 6 figures, which I'm getting real close to it. You know what I mean? Those are my goals. I just want to do what I've been doing, just do a little more. So really, you just gotta have the drive. If you do something and then you're like a person that doesn't do what you say, that's a and I don't mean you, Jim Drops, because you're the one that's on the screen. Let me take you off. I'm meaning this as a personal like character, um a flaw. People will say that they'll do things that they have no intent of doing. I say that I'm gonna do something, so therefore I have to be held accountable. So like if I get on here and I tell you guys I'm gonna do 50 a day and then I don't do 50 a day, then how can I expect you guys to trust me? How can I expect you to listen to something advice wise that I give inside my or your business if I don't even do it in my business? So that's why I put all my stuff out here on YouTube. That's why I show all my numbers. That's why I do all the stuff that I do. Because at the end of the day, I'm trying to be fully transparent to show you guys my whole journey. Because it's not over with yet. And I mean, it hasn't just begun, but we're in the middle of this stuff. Not even in the middle. You know, I've been doing this like 2.5 years. So I really want people to have an idea of what it looks like and what they can possibly expect if they choose to go to a similar route like I've done. Um, you don't have to sell the same things that I sell. You don't have to sell them for the prices that I sell it for. But if you work the same work ethic that I do, you'll at least have the same success that I do. You know what I mean? And that's why I do all this. Um, to try to help people see what is possible um, with just a little bit of effort. Thumbnail game looking good. Thanks, bro. I used 3 different apps to make these thumbnails, so it better look good. It's definitely not cheap. Almost all the INADs I've gotten are always about flaws that I pictured described in the description. There was a few INADs that were my fault, and in those I did return the shipping since it was my fault. And there you go. That's the right thing to do. But if it's a false INAD, I don't refund the original shipping either. That's how I report the buyer. If it's legit, I legit give them their money back. Hey Marcus, I recently received my first. Dang, a lot of INADs going around. Don't worry, I just got one yesterday too, so we're all good. However, the customer went ahead and sold the item to a friend. I said, great, shouldn't she be able to cancel the whole refund on her end? She should be able to cancel the refund, and the INAD should fall off. Um, but if she can't, then you might have to get a hold of eBay yourself. Don't use the chat, call eBay and have them show them the messages between you and the buyer with your proof of why it should be thrown out, and they should do it. My OCD won't let me list without doing some steaming, although I'm getting a little more relaxed in this heat. And I feel for you guys that have to do all that steaming and stuff like that. I don't have the time for it. Did you see Marcus where Patagonia is suing Nordstrom and Nordstrom Rack for selling fake items? Now some people are staying away from the brand at all costs. I wouldn't doubt it. I don't know why they would do that, but that's crazy. They're accusing them of trademark infringement for selling counterfeit items. Well, yeah, I mean, if it's legit and if they didn't get the items from Patagonia through some type of outlet resource, which I don't think so, because Patagonia's got the buyback program now, so they're trying to sell their stuff twice. Maybe they just don't want nobody getting a share of the cut. From what I heard, they're starting to do the same thing for resellers on eBay, not on eBay, but on other platforms. Um, so we might just want to be careful, man. I just really don't know what's in the future for resellers, but it's getting into some uncharted territory with these companies wanting to start doing buyback programs and practice sustainability. Plus, they see the resale game is taking off, so they're like, if they're getting the money, why don't we just double dip? You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. Great channel, Marcus. Just stopping by to hit the thumbs up and send my support. Thank you, appreciate it. Everybody can hear me. I've heard of people relisting CPAP items after a Vero getting very significant ban. The amount of money eBay spends on software, I wouldn't chance it. I'm sure they track somehow. Yeah, you're tripping if you relist something you got a Vero for. CPAP's definitely not something you need to list. Yep. Prescription device. Stay away. Just sold a shirt as we speak. Cha-ching. Just heard the cash register. Nice. I sold something too. Um, nice. I sold vintage Laura Scott sweater. Got that in the sweater buyout. Oh, nice. The guy with the negative feedback comment messaged me. Let me see if he's going to give me negative feedback. I can't type when I'm typing under pressure to be fast. I get the pressing the wrong buttons. Okay. When I purchase items I'm motivated to list them so that I can get my money back. Exactly. Uh, Otherwise, it's money flushed down the toilet. Yeah, I don't get people that buy stuff and then have like a 6,000 item death pile. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have that kind of money laying around to just not list my items. So I'm getting it listed as fast as possible. I find my mentality is like the shiny penny example. But that being said, eBay I do find does return what I put in, just not fast enough for me though. That's where I was at when I first started. eBay is like a super needy partner. Exactly. When I first started, I was like, man, I need this to like move faster. I need this money to live off of because I was paying my bills through eBay. So on days that I didn't have sales, it was like, man, I got to do something else. But I just, stayed with it and just grinded it out, man, and just use that as the motivation to get the listings up and grow my store to something that would actually pay my bills. I find it helpful to compete with myself. Can I beat what I did last week? Yeah, that's the exact way I am. Because people out here comparing themselves to other people. Like, you can't be out here comparing yourself to tech and sports. The dude's been in the game 15 years, listing 250 a day, selling 250 a day. Like, you're not gonna be making millions of dollars a year like he is. So you got to do what you can until you build up. This year, my worst day this year is my best day last year. So, it's you just gotta stay diligent. So first that Jack, how you doing? I'm listing 4 a day and been struggling to hit that because I can't get items that are any good the past 2 weeks. I'm going to start 2 days a week now at the bins. No pile. I've been trying to get one. I'm trying to get one too, bro. Trust me. So the thing is, when you're doing 4 a day, right, and you can't get 4 a day at the bins, it makes me question what type of items you're actually picking up because I can literally go to the first bin and get 20 items if that's the case. Um, I don't know what type of items you're looking for, where your metrics are at, but me and you need to get together on some like private one-on-one stuff, and I really need to like look in your store and like really like give you some sauce because there's no way you shouldn't be doing more than what you're doing. Uh, Especially if you can go twice a week, man, you should start to have a death pile real quick. If I send offers to watchers, does my listing become unseen for new potential watchers? No. Your audience can still be found by anyone until it sells. Exactly. Consistency is key. Facts. My best motivation to listen to listing items on eBay is when you found an item that you have sold it before. The more you found those items that you have sold it before, the more motivation you get to list it. That's the beauty of picking up things you sold before because you know to sell again. What's up, Josh? How you doing? Thriftaholic for all sorts. For you all sorts. That's the name. Thriftaholic for you all sorts. Okay, so you're a thriftaholic and you sort all types of things. I get it. My area gets busy, so I scan my packages at self kiosk. That does not guarantee a carrier scan, and I keep getting penalized for tracking not uploaded and validated. I despise USPS. Yeah, don't do that. That's not good for your business. You will have tons of defects all the time if you do that. I would suggest just standing in line like a sucker. That's what I do. Even if I got 100 items or if I got 30, I stand there in line and I make them scan every single package. Is it fun? No. Is it ideal? Absolutely not. But it's what you got to do. There's ways around that though. Like James, my born reseller, he uses stamps.com. They print out a scan sheet that actually does have every label on there, and you're able to do it by just scanning one barcode. At least he's not getting any issues. So maybe try that. My question to eBay is why do I get penalized when I drop off? When I drop many of my items in the drop on Sundays, so if USPS does not scan on Monday, I'm screwed. You get penalized because that's just the way they do things. Does it make sense that that's the way they do things? No, unfortunately, it does not. But the thing is, it's their rules. We, little bitty us, we don't make no rules. We don't change anything. There was a seller on eBay that sold millions of items each year, made like $100 million for eBay, and he wanted them to change the rule. And they were like, no. And he's like, I'm leaving it. And they were like, so see ya. Like they don't care about us like that. So we gotta follow their rules. That's all there is to. I think that Nordstrom versus Patagonia wasn't related to resellers. People had proof of getting fake items from Nordstrom. It appears that Nordstrom was buying from a third party that was not fully vetted. I could see that though. I've heard that Nordstrom was getting items that people had bought and then returned fake items back. Uh, and like that's they was getting their money back because I think Nordstrom has like a very generous return policy or some stupid stuff like that. What's up, Paul? How you doing? So yeah, I could see that being the reality of it. Thanks for the clarity. I got an offer the first day. I got an offer the first one all day. Been dead. Must be the shadow band. But anyways, I got a $5 offer on a Billabong shirt that listed for 11.95. I countered with 10.50 crickets. Yeah, you're probably not gonna get the sale, bud. They offered you $5 and you offered double of what you got it, double what they offered. They're not gonna buy it. Not at all. I sold an item through GSP. eBay lost it and refunded me and the buyer. A week later, the item was posted through my letterbox. Result: I relisted and sold it again the day after. Yeah, that's the good thing about GSP. You're protected, and so is the buyer. eBay can't confirm that your item is actually shipped until it's scanned as received by the USPS. I recommend bringing your packages to the counter to be sure they're scanned in. That's the thing. Like you can say you checked in all 100 of your items and then like run off with the bag. You know what I'm saying? And then they have no way to prove that you really dropped these items off. So now you're just out here ripping customers off. So or say you did bring your items in, but they don't get scanned till they get to like the distribution center, and that truck crashes off the road, falls into the ocean, and now all your packages are in the ocean. They've got no proof that they ever even received them. Now you can't get your money back, and the buyer doesn't get their item, and eBay still dings you. You know what I mean? So I would stop, take the time to get your item scanned in. It's only going to benefit you. Yeah, you might lose some time. It might be inconvenient. You might not want to, but I would definitely do what you have to do to keep your account in good health. I get 20 items on a 3 to 4 hours at the bins. When I get home, I see they're all stained. Me and my girl are there 3 to 4 hours for that 20 item. I'm gonna say this with the most kindest heart that I can, bro. If you're there for 3 to 4 hours and you're getting 20 items, but you don't got enough time to look those items over to see if they're stained or not, I really question on how how good you're trying. Because I don't know about your bins, but y'all seen my bins videos. There's gigantic windows everywhere, and you can go there and look at those windows and get the most natural lighting as you possibly can. But even with that being said, though, man, I get out to the parking lot and I still find items that have stains on them. But I'm not looking at all my items anymore. I literally don't have the time to go over all my items. If I'm trying to, that's why I don't film bins videos. I don't have time to look all my items over before I'm buying them, nonetheless talking about some film events videos. So with 3 to 4 hours and you're only getting 20 items, I would just either you do all the sorting and picking items and have your girl analyze them and look for flaws. You guys can tag team that. I'm at still 98% because I complain. Um, you're still at 98%, but that's not. I think you got to like 95% before it gets bad. You use same type of spreadsheet for items sold, including fees. I use one workbook for everything, for fees, mileage, meals, bills, rent, average cost of goods, everything. One workbook, it does everything. Tracks all my revenue streams, YouTube, Patreon, Amazon affiliate links, all that. Everything. This workbook is amazing. It does everything. I had eBay remove them. Faruqi says, new to your channel, what tips can you give to promote your eBay store? I have an Etsy store. What platforms get the most traffic? How do you keep your content relevant without it looking repetitive? My YouTube content, my YouTube content's super repetitive. That's the basis of the information doesn't change. You got to be consistent. Um, that's why a lot of my videos people stop watching after a while because I'm saying the same thing over and over again. So, you know, they don't watch it because they get the sauce and they've got what they came for. For my promotion, I only sell on eBay and I promote my items with eBay's promotion. 10% is what I promote at, and Yeah, I don't need to list anywhere else because eBay gets the most traffic. And when I did, I started out on all the platforms, and eBay was the one that got the most traction. So I just start rocking with eBay. Um, how do you keep your content relevant? You just talk about what's important. You talk about how to make more money, and that's what people want to do. They get on eBay to make a living, or to stop working full time, or to make extra money. And if you teach them how to do that, you'll be fine. You'll be relevant. It might be repetitive, but you'll still be relevant. Yeah, exactly. Why I wish another big platform would rival them. I think it'll be a while before someone gets on their level. Those other platforms do not even come close to eBay. Yep, they don't. I get all the normal stuff. A lot of times there's just not quality to my liking to earn a spot on my eBay slot. If it's like if it's light fading or a small stain or two, I'll let it slide. But most stuff I'm picky. Okay. Well, with that type of pickiness, you should be able to find a lot of items. Yeah, I figured that I wasn't willing to let it go for five, so I just carried it with 10% discount. Yeah, it's tough because sometimes it don't convert. Is there a way to automatically add the same item description, or do you have to add it to each item every time? If you sell similar from your current listings, your item description should automatically be in the listing, so you shouldn't have to add it. But I just copy and paste a blurb. I have a notepad with all the things that I continually put in to a listing: condition description, item description, um, and it changes. There's a blurb for a stain, there's a blurb for distress, there's a blurb for a hole, and I just copy and paste it in. But usually I'm just selling similar. Not usually, I only sell similar from my own listings, so I don't have to change anything. Um, when you're selling similar from other sellers, you're gonna have to copy. You're copying in whatever mumbo jumbo they have in their listings. So I would just consider selling similar from your own listings that already have your information in there. I had the USPS manager take me to his back room, and he showed me how they have two monitors, and at the end of the day, the one screen has to show zero that all items are scanned. They miss so many. Yeah, I would find a different post office, bro. Um, we look, it looks good, but there's no window in the area. In our bins, it's dark. You think they're good scores. When you walk out, you see the truth, like like beer goggles at a bar. Yeah, I get it, bro. I feel this. I feel at this point I should accept offers for almost half off. Feels like when you send back a decent offer, they don't respond. I'm telling you guys what, I'm accepting the heck out of some 50% offers right now. Um, it's either I accept some half off offers or I don't make sales today. And I got bills that come, whether I make sales on eBay or not. The bills are going to continue to come. So what do I got to do? I got to take the sales when they come. You know what I'm saying? Is that ideal? Absolutely not. Do I enjoy doing that? Not even a little bit. But I don't have the option to not make money on eBay. I have to pay my bills. I have to pay my employees. I have to eat food. I have to put gas in my huge car now. That stuff doesn't come out of thin air. You know what I mean? I don't have any, other way to get the money. I get paid from YouTube once a month. What am I gonna do with that? You know what I'm saying? So I have to take the sales that come in today. I have to take the offers that I get today. Link to the spreadsheet. Again, thank you, Hillary. The bee's knees. How many items are you listing daily, and what's your average sale price, if you don't mind me asking? I went over this earlier. I do 50 a day. My average sales price is down to a whopping $19 because I've been accepting almost every offer I get. One, two, three. Watch and give a thumbs up for Marcus. Hey, appreciate it. Yeah, I think that was probably the most ever in the building. Tim, my guy. I'm going nowhere. Keep up your work. What's up, man? Uh, you put that question mark on my windshield. I had to go get my car washed today. No problem. You're welcome. So, is there a rolling timeline for the uploaded and validated on time? In other words, does it reset after a certain time period? If you sell enough items, it'll reset after a 90-day period. If you don't sell enough, I think you might be stuck with that for a year. But don't quote me on that. I think it's a rolling 90-day basis if you sell 400 items in 90 days. You can also set up templates. Yeah, you can do that too. Good to know. How long do you keep an item in your store before you just donate it? And do you send offers on newly listed items or just on? I send an offer on an item that I just put up. If I put it up and I get a watch on it in a minute, I'm sending an offer for 25% off. And I keep items in my store until they sell. I'll just put it on sale for as low as it gets until it sells. I have recently acquired a Barber Solway zipper wax jacket. I'm not sure how much to list it for. I have checked the comps and they're wildly different. Could you look it up and give me some tips? Yeah, I could try. That's pretty freaking all over the place. You ain't lying. Let me share my screen. Okay. So what you do is, I'm assuming yours is used. All these are Barber Solway jackets except for this one's probably the same thing. I don't know why they got their title all weird. So what I do in this situation is I look at how many's active. We got 41 active. I filter by pre-owned, still 41, and then I go to the solds. I'll click the solds. There's over 100% sell through. Now what I do is I sort by highest to lowest, highest plus shipping. So we got 235, 223, 197, 199. So what this tells me is all those super inflated listings are rubbish. And I'm going to sell it for about $150. Maybe I'll list it for 235 or 223 or one of these like higher prices, but I'm seeing that those are both offers that accept it. So nobody paid $200 for those. So they probably paid around $200. So you can list it at $200 and see what happens. That's what I would do if I were you. That's how long it takes to do market research. If you're spending 12 hours looking up one item, not you, Lee, but I know that people get crippled by research. You ask them how long it takes them to do 5 listings, and they're like, it takes me like 5 hours because I'm spending so much time doing research. That's how it works. You don't need to spend a lot of time looking stuff up. Hey, I was wondering what size your racks are you use for your items. 72 by 12 by 84 or something like that. 70, 72, there's two of them. One's 72 by 24 by 72, and the other one's 84 by 24 by 84. It's If it's a low value item, I can get it in abundance. I'm taking the offer if it's profitable. Yep. That item I just sold was from an offer. Most of my items uh, are either they sold from an offer that I sent or an offer that I accepted. 30, let me look because it changes all the time. Um, Last week it was close to 30% all across the board. So we'll just look here real quick. Sales. We go down yonder. So offer sales. Right now I'm at 35% of my items are sold on an offer I receive. 34.6, and then 35.1 are offers that I send, and then 30% are sales without offers. So you kind of want these to be close to each other. If your best offer sales are like 70%, your price way too high. If the offers you send, because you're going to send a way lower offer than you receive almost every time. Um, if your seller initiated offers are really, really high versus these other two, then you're doing it wrong. If your items are close to the same percentage all around the board, then that means you're priced right at market value, because people are willing to pay for the item full price just as much as almost as people are willing to send an offer for it, if that makes sense. So you want those numbers to be as close as possible. Let's see. Hi, Marcus. Thanks for what you do. May I ask where to get the cheapest bags for clothing storage and then just put in a poly mailer? Thank you. You can use the links that I have for the bags I use on Amazon. I buy them by the thousand, but you can also buy them by 100 if you need to. Um, I think the more you buy, the cheaper they get, though. So I just buy a whole bunch of them. Yeah, Hillary said there's links. There's links for everything I use in my description. My computer's dying. Okay. Thank you. You've also taught me so much. I appreciate you. No problem, man. I'm trying. You said don't quit that job until I can make same money reselling, but I can't spend time needed to make that money reselling until I quit. What do? Do you make enough money part time, or do you make enough money at your job? Do you make enough money reselling on eBay to go part time at your full time job? If you do that, um, I suggest, trying to go part time at your full time job. But really, I would just stay up extra hours, stay up till you get it done. You know what I mean? You kind of got to tough it out in this season. I know that's not what you want to hear, uh, but you're going to struggle if you don't. I'm telling you, man, I went full time way too soon and I struggled for like the whole first year. I was late on bills and didn't have the money to pay bills and stuff like that. And you know what I mean? Like I'd pay everything late because I'd have to wait for my items to sell. I don't recommend anyone go full time till they're ready to. Like I'm trying to save you guys some headache and some stress. Uh, Listen to somebody that made the wrong decision. You know what I'm saying? And just stay at your full time job till you got like 6 months of bills minimum saved up. I appreciate that. I have listed it for 180 plus shipping. I was thinking of no, how long has it been listed? Lee, don't drop it yet. It was a U.S. Army child T-shirt that I got from Goodwill. Nice. Sounds strange, but some people buy Walmart bread bags for clothing. Yeah, I've heard that too. Some people buy Ziploc bags for clothing, but I feel like that's the expensive route. Fair enough. Burning the candle at both ends now. Just don't overdo it, bro. Don't like if you need to take a day off, take a day off. Just have a draft bank. I don't know. Do 5 a day, you know what I mean? And then do two extra every day of the week. So that way you got some drafts going up so you can take the weekend off. I only work on eBay 5 days a week. I don't work 7 days a week. I would have been quit. You know what I mean? Like you gotta have some logical thinking about this stuff. Um, and if all you can do, if you can do 10 items in one day, launch one item a day. You know what I mean? And have your draft bank built up. Some days you might be able to do two. Like don't think that you have to do like 70, 80 items a day to be able to go full time. You know what I mean? You just got to be smart with what you source. Depending on eBay for all the money to pay your bills is a big decision. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. If I don't sell items right now, I don't pay my bills. So, I'm I'm just trying to give you guys a little bit of um real deal. Like look behind the scenes, man. It's not all peaches and cream sometimes. So, like if you're out here selling 2 items a day, you shouldn't go full time. If you're selling 10 items a day, sometimes you shouldn't go full time because if those items are only making you $5 a piece, you made $50 that day. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know very many people that can survive off paying or off $50 a day and pay all their bills and then do life. It's really difficult. The draft bank saves me. Took advantage of that yesterday, but back to drafting today. Draft bank in the clutch. I'm trying to tell you, eBay money can be slow. Monday, slow money, as Marcus said earlier. Yep. So we're all caught up. Uh, Getting ready to hop off here. Does anyone have any last questions or comments? If so, put it in the chat. Really, really appreciate you guys' support. Really, you guys really, man, like outdid yourself on this last two videos, man. I got a lot of new subs, a lot of new people to the channel. I really appreciate it. I can't thank you guys enough. It's ridiculous. You guys are the best. Um, if you guys have any questions, put them in the comment section and I'll answer the questions after the live streams. in the day in the life videos. Um, that'll be where you guys can get all your questions answered. If not, come back to the live stream. If you want individual coaching to help you grow your business, myself and Bo Johnson do run a Patreon. We teach people how to do this. Nine hours a day. We're implementing another um, hour a week for YouTube and for how to use AI to grow your business. So it's going to be 10 hours a week of coaching, and you guys can join that. There's a 7-day free trial if you want to try it out. What is your rationale for starting an item and having it be being eligible for a coupon immediately? Because I want to sell it immediately. So I just put my items on sale. I run a store coupon for 20%. So it's not indicative of the item per se. It's there's always a coupon available for a buyer to shop on my store. Items immediately go promoted, but that's because I want to sell as many items as I can. And all the things that I've tried out with the percentages that I've tried out is what has gotten me to the point to where I sell 35 to 45 items a day. So I keep doing it because I'm a chicken and I'm not going to turn off what's working. So can I do it without it? Possibly. Do I want to find out? No. I'm not taking the chance to turn what's been working off just to maybe for it to not work. So, you got to figure out what works inside your business and do it that way and make wise decisions based off the amount of items you want to sell per day with all the items, with all the parameters that go into making your decision for your business. You cannot do what I do and expect to have the same results unless you do every single thing that I do. You see what I'm saying? So I can't do my business the way that you do and expect the same results unless I do it to a T the way that you're doing it. So do your business the way that is best for you guys. I can help you with the sauce behind it, but I can't tell you to do it the way that I do it because people might not like selling stuff for $12 plus shipping. The comments tell me that all the time. So, you gotta do what's right, man. Thanks, Marcus. First live for me and learned a ton. That's the point. Do you still price competitively? Maybe price. No, I don't price anything higher than what I'm supposed to. I price at the market, then immediately give them discounts. So I'm always selling items for under market. That's just that's just what I do. I'm giving the buyer incentive to shop with me. I price at the market. Sometimes people don't even use the coupon. Sometimes people don't even, you know what I mean? They send an offer for 50 cents less than what the item is sometimes. You know what I mean? Like when you could have used this 20% off coupon and got it even cheaper. So just because the option's there doesn't mean people are going to use it. But I'm trying to give the buyer as much incentive to buy as many items with me as I can. And when they save prices, when they save on money, they might buy more than one item. You know what I mean? Which I get multiple quantity orders quite often because I'm flexible on the prices. So hopefully that helps you, Dominic. Awesome. You're the best. Thanks for the help. Yep, no problem. Glad to help. Um, I do 3 days sourcing, 1 day photo, everything, 2 day draft, make everything. Well, yeah, but you're killing it though, bro. Like you're doing your thing, man. I'm super proud of you, man. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for this one. Catch you guys on the next one. But until then,